A warm welcome from Xero International. I am Monica Bester, the leading learning and development facilitator, Xero champion, and Xero tax specialist at Xero International. I would like to take you through a useful tip in Xero today, and that is how to add tracking categories. Tracking categories is a very useful function in Xero that allows you to split reporting into separate departments, properties, or even income streams. I will share my screen shortly and take you through the steps. To get started, I am going to show you in the demo company that we have for training purposes. If you choose or select your name, under the drop-down function, we have settings right here. Settings takes us to this page. If you're not familiar with it, you might see some useful settings here. Organization details, users, currencies would display if you have a multi-currency Xero setup. But for our purposes, we're looking for the advanced settings. Tracking categories. So under our tracking categories option, you would see we already have a region added here. You would notice north, south, west coast, east side. This is a good example of different tracking categories that you could set up. But you do also have the option to add in new tracking categories. So if this were to be departments, we can add our separate departments here. Let's say consulting. In sales case, compliance, and customer services. We can now save this. So what this enables you to do is when you capture a bill, let's just use a bill as an example, you would notice that you have a new functionality. When you capture a bill, for example, you would notice that there is a new functionality or a category that you can complete. So you would capture all your details as you would usually, and then you have this department or region that you can choose. All right. So quite useful tip there. You can now choose your department and you can choose your region that a specific expense. Let's say this was rental. You now notice that there's a region and a department option here. So you can capture your expense, let's say it was, or your bill rather, to a specific region, a specific department. You can also leave out the region or leave out the department, however you choose. This is quite useful in the instance where you have separate properties to split the expenses per property, for example. What it also enables is if you go to your reporting, you can now pull your reports to show per tracking category. So just an example of the profit and loss. you would see we have compare tracking categories. And you can choose what you want to display on your profit and loss. It is then going to split, let's say, rental income. We have an example here. And then generally, as we have not used tracking categories, there would be an unassigned field. All right. You can filter however you choose, even if it is just by the one. Just another example. As you can see, north and then unassigned. That is all I have for you today. I hope it is a useful tip that you can use to get some detailed reporting. Till next time, and I hope to see you soon.